Hello YouTube, welcome to Dojo. You're here with Samurai, and today we have the Transformers Age of Extinction Voyager-Grimlock. And this is a really cool figure. He does look like he's got some pieces missing, like there should be some more shell here. But it's still a very well done figure. I know a lot of people prefer this one over the leader class as far as the T-Rex mode. But I thought it was worth getting both, so I did. And what's really cool is he does have a little gimmick where you push this button and he chomps. And I like that. That's cool. He can look a bit goofy. I know these ears or horns, I don't even know if they're ears or not. But these horns do look a bit weird. That was a style choice of the movie. There are no Tyrannosaurus Rex, as far as we're aware of, have giant ears or horns. So, yeah. They did decide to go with a lot of their own design choices for these dinosaurs, but I can live with them. They're very well done. Now for articulation, I guess this counts. I mean, it moves. He does have little balls at the shoulders of his little hands, so I don't know. The best you can probably hope for is some Megatron hand fumbling poses. I don't even know what you'd call that with the two fingers. But there's that. They are to hinge at the ribs, but I wouldn't suggest using it because you can just expose the rest of the legs there. There are hinges for what will be the shoulders, which are now the thighs of the Dino mode if you want to use those. Elbow joints for the elbows of the robot mode, but knees for the Dino mode. So if you want to use that as well, kind of use that to get a cool pose. At least I try to. Nothing at these ankles. The tail, nothing there actually, yeah, because this is connected from here to here. It's all basically one piece. Like this is the thigh of the robot mode and this is the foot. So you can't really move it just because it'd be awkward. But you can, where did I put that piece? Take his weapon, his dragon tooth mace or something, I don't remember, dragon something mace. Weird name they decided to give his mace that has nothing to do with dragons. But you can actually attach to his foot. And that just looks kind of weird. Doesn't add any like movement. If there was like somehow a maybe a couple of hinges in here, maybe I think that'd be cool to make it like sway, but then that would ruin the mace because then it would be like a whip for the robot mode. But it doesn't look too bad. I just think this looks a bit weird. Maybe if it could slide on a little farther, maybe get up to like here, it would look a little better, because as it is now it does look a tad weird having this, but I think it still looks pretty cool. You can find some way to make this work with you. It just looks weird because it's super thin also, but still. Now aesthetically, he is really cool looking. I think the brown and black and gray will work a lot better than I first had thought. So that's very nice. It comes off very shiny. They did use a kind of like a metallic-y brown for this piece, and then this brown around that's molded in is more swirly, so I think that does look cool. The eyes are once again really well done on these Dinobots. You can see lots of nice molded, plus like a green, kind of like a light green, sea green maybe. Looks really nicely done. Snout looks very cool. There is a seam line just because that splits up to make the shoulder pads, but I can get over that easily. There's a little bit of molding in the mouth. It's nothing too much. It's mostly, like, some of it's actual molding, some of it's just because of how the toy needed to be designed, so not too much in this mouth, unlike some of the other ones. Some of the other mouths have really cool molding. But overall, very well done. Still got that spiky look. We got some, like, kind of looks like bones here at the feet, which look really cool. And then the head sticking out, you could kind of really see it actually in there pretty well. This is very obviously the chest and torso area. And you can't really tell that's the feet. I think that hides decently enough. Hands are right there. If you really want to see them, the hands are right there. But when you're looking from the front, you cannot see the hands at all. See there, you just cannot see them. So overall, very well done Dino mode. And you can see Grimlock here with his mighty warriors, and the team is looking great so far. I really do think this is a great line. The Dinobots just look amazing for this movie. They did just such a great job on them. Again, my only complaints are with the paint quality. Not the paint apps, just the quality of the paint. Again, I am noticing there is less paint on some of these guys than when I originally bought them. So that's an issue. But still very well done figures. To transform this guy, I'm just going to start by folding out his legs just to get him out of the way. And what we're going to do here is, again, fold out the rib cage just to get that out of the way. And we'll just fold out this whole like tail slash leg area just to get that going. And bring it around. Here we go. We're going to take this as on a double hinge, these rib cages, which are really cool. I do like these rib cages, because what we're going to do is we're going to fold up these little arms. These little teeny tiny arms. I got a big head and little hands. So we're on a double hinge, and you want to just fold them up. And they do tab in also right here. Not crazy good, but they'll stay there. That's fine. Separate the feet. They are only connected at this little peg. That's the only connection with the feet, but it works surprisingly well. I am surprised at how well it works. Then fold up the feet. So the legs are pretty much done. We do have a giant pair of legs now. Now what we're going to do is fold up or fold down this whole chest component, and that brings down, you can see the arms. So that comes down very nicely. And I'm not exactly sure how it's supposed to go, whereas this crotch plate slash armor should go underneath the side armor or on top. It does seem to fit better when it goes under, so I kind of usually just put it under, even though I think it should go on this, like, underneath. Or maybe if we move this out, it looks a little better. But it is all just preference. So we'll rotate the shoulders, and we'll untab the, I guess the knees of the, not the knees, but the ankles of the dino foot. And we'll fold up the heel spur. And what we're gonna do here is rotate the arm, or at the bicep. Oops, backwards, not that way. Yeah, I'm doing it all wrong. There we go. We're gonna rotate the wrist, not the bicep. Rotate the wrist, and it's gonna peg in. And now we have one arm done. So again, heel spur, untab it, rotate the wrist, bring it around town, and technique right there. Technique, technique, technique. Get everything lined up. And there it is. Now, this here comes like a little bit more of the difficult part. So what we're going to do here is we have this giant dino face backpack. And we don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to separate the head. Just to get a starting point. There we go. And this is where things get a bit complicated. Untab the whole neck area. And what we're going to do here is, this here is on a hinge. So you're going to want to bring it up. While simultaneously, this here back piece is also on a double hinge. And you're going to want to bring it out and get it around here at just the right angle. And then fold it back while bringing up this piece at the same time. It is a bit tricky the first couple of times, but once you get it down, it's no problem. But I definitely had some issues my first couple of times doing it, because that was a really weird joint. So anyways, you want to take these dino head plates and make them into shoulder armor, which do look very cool as shoulder armor. I do wish they wrapped around his shoulders a little bit more. They kind of just sit here, and I think it would look better doing it a little differently. I kind of just fold up the ears just to make it a little more intense. I mean, I'm trying to find a good spot for him right now. But there we have it. He is fully transformed and ready to do some damage. And he looks great. I think he looks really great. Again, just want to make sure to angle everything the way you want it. So this is a really cool figure. I highly recommend it. It's a very awesome. I wasn't going to get it at first. I was like, I'll just get the leader class. But then everyone was like, well, the leader class looks good in robot mode, but the Voyager really has it down with the dino mode. So I was like, okay, I can do both. And you can see he has a very cool red Autobot logo. Once again, I love the red Autobot logos. He does have a bit of a backpack. His jaw is just hanging there. Spring-loaded jaw just on his butt. Nothing you can really do about it. But it does kind of make him look a little more, I want to say robust. Because if he didn't have this, he would be flat. He is very flat from, as you can see here down. Like if I put my hand there, it's very flat. So this does give him a little more dimension to him. Now as far as the articulation goes, he does have shoulder movement. If you like move out his dino face, it kind of gets in the way there, but you can bring it out. You can bring it around, so you can get a full 360 if you move things around. Bicep swivel. Oops, this came unpegged. So again, bicep swivel. Does have that. He does have an elbow bend, but unfortunately no wrist, so this is very weird looking. He can't, like his posing is very limited due to the lack of wrist movement because of that. So he just does that gorilla, classic gorilla pose that everyone complains about. But you can make it work. If you can find something to make it work. There always is something. I find something, at least. At the waist, he does not have any rotation, unfortunately, just because this is all one piece, so you can't really turn it. But he does have thigh swivel, and then he does have, again, you can bring out the leg a little bit. This armor does get in the way, so you can only get about that much. Knee bend, he does have a knee bend. You just gotta get it going, and here you go. You get a good amount of knee bend, like he's about to do a kick or stomp, like Decepticons. He doesn't that look cool? Or maybe he's gonna fight some Insecticons. We should have got some Insecticons in this movie. I think that would have been awesome. But they might have copied the game too much if they did. His head does rotate around, and it does have a little back and forth just because it is on a hinge. Actually, at the base of the neck, it is on a little hinge just for the transformation. And there is about, I think that's it. That's all the articulation. Good amount. You can get something out of it. We do have his, again, dragon tooth mace, I believe is what it's called. So because there is no wrist articulation, it's hard to get like a really awesome pose. I kind of just do like a basic standing pose. I kind of wish it was longer just to make it more like a staff, maybe even. I think that would look better. But I kind of try to do like kind of like he's bringing it in, like he's getting ready to attack or give a speech or something, maybe. I don't know. It's hard. There's no wrists. I kind of just do something like this, like he's really just into this spear. Like it's everything he needs. That's all he needs to win a war. Like he's gonna write a book. Me and My Spear by Grimlock. Day 1. I found this beautiful here spear. So you can see here, he does have a very nice head sculpt. Look at that face plate. He's got like teeth and everything. It looks really awesome. This spike up here looks, again, crazy cool also. I think it really works with the look. Very gladiatorial. He does have like these teeth. What it looks like, should be teeth or something. They look cool. It's like a necklace maybe. Like his trophies or whatever from the beasts he's fought. So very well done. I do like how it starts off like very tough at the chest and then it slims down. Just gives him that really bulky look. And I like that. And here we see Grimlock with the Wave 1 Voyager Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. And yes, he is too small. Optimus is about a good half a head taller from the eyes. I'm just going from the eyes because his spike does make him a bit taller. But yes, it is unfortunate that he couldn't be much beefier to the Autobots. But that's why we have the leader class. So that'll fix that right up. Want to remedy your size scale? Get a leader class. They have the cure for that. Get Grimlock back into his dino mode. What you're going to want to do is, we'll go ahead and start with the feet, as I usually do. Or the arms in this case. And bring up the peg again. Peg it in right there. Bring out the heel spur. Rotate it around, and we'll leave it. Rotate the wrist. Bring it in. I do like the arm transformation. The arm-leg transformation is very cool. We'll fold up the bottom of the feet. There we go, to make the tail. Tail's pretty much done. Fold up this piece. Want to bring this whole component. Fold up the head, just give him space. Actually, we'll do the back here first. And what we're going to do, again, this weird part where what you're going to do is take this and, again, simultaneously get this through while folding these forward. There we go. That was much smoother than when I do it by myself without you guys watching. The pressure's on. Got to make sure this review is good. So anyways, we'll just bring up the head a little just to get out of the way. Push it together, peg it all in, and then there's a tab here, as you can see, clips into the bottom jaw. There we go. And then just kind of angle everything right. Bring his doggy ears back. And there we have the head. And then we'll put this here, we'll leave this out of the way for now. And then we'll bring this whole component up. Kind of just get everything out of the way. And we'll bring up the thighs, I guess. Or, I guess, yeah, these are the thigh, the whole leg piece, really. It's more than just thighs, it's the whole legs. Let's get everything out of the way. Now we have a flying Grimlock, ready to go. JK. Anyways, shenanigans. Double hinged piece right here. Again, bring it around. This will be the chest, ribs, components piece thing. There's a hair on my... Bring it around town. Technique. Then we're going to peg in together the bottom of the ankles. Again, that's the only thing holding this tail together. And it works, so I can't really complain. It is sturdy, it's not frictiony and just popping apart. It really does just peg in and it's fine. So don't feel like that's gonna be a problem. There are these two little nubs here on the knees that will also tab in at the chest area of the robot mode, so I guess that helps. I mean, it kind of that there just kind of sits, but this is pegged together very well. Rotate the thigh shoulders. I mean, it is both. Bring down the chest area or side skirts. All these double terms. It's hard to keep up sometimes. This is just the back plate. Blah, blah. This is just the back plate, so I can just call this a back plate all day long, and we're not going to be confused. Kind of just tab it in. It does kind of sit, but it also does kind of tab at the same time. This is a little more frictiony, but it does stay, so I can live with that. Floats my boat. Whatever floats my boat, and that floats my boat just fine. Bring this down. Kind of just like bend the knees at the angle you want him to, just so he has a more dinosaur-looking pose. Oops. See, this kind of came undone. See, it does sit mostly. It doesn't really, tab in at all. It's just kind of like a guidance, just so you know where it should be resting. And there we have Grimlock back in his T-Rex mode. And I do love this figure, I will say. This is a very well done figure that I do very much like. I do like it more than I thought I was, so that's very cool. I do like the very G1 feel to it, not in design but in transformation. The legs do turn into the arms, and the foot does transform, not very similarly, but when you're finished with the transformation, it has that same look where the foot is kind of like where the wrist is at. So I do like that. I do like the tail turns into the feet. Very G1 as well. I do think that's very cool. The head kind of rests in the back, because in the G1, the head just folded back. So the jaw sits on the back, so I guess that counts. That's, you know, half of it. And then this here, top head makes the shoulder pads, which is its own design. So they have a mixture of G1 plus its own design. So I do like that. That's very, very nicely done. I enjoy when they do have the throwback looks. So I have to say this is a great figure. I do like this chompy action. I can have fun with this. You know, if you have like little Legends class figures, I'm sure you can find some fun to do with that. Just be careful not to hurt yourself. No, I'm kidding. That's not going to hurt at all. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm surprised they made these out of plastic. I mean, freaking everything these days, even this is made out of plastic. All the pointy bits these days are usually made out of rubber, I mean. So, it's nice that nothing on this guy's rubber at all. Considering all the spikes and stuff, no rubber. That's good. Let's keep that going. This has been Samurai Man. Don't forget to follow me on Tumblr at Mechation and Instagram at Mechas of Iron Heart. So, as always, guys, you have a great day.